Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. It's great to have you. And our topic for you today, it's 9 fundamental gym business principles. 9 fundamental gym business principles. So if you're new in the business, you're just getting started, you're planning to start something new, or you've been in the business for a while, it's a great review for you. Take a look at this. If you're new, incorporate this into your business planning. And if you've been around for a while, what are you doing well, what are you not doing so well, and what can you do to help take your business, to that next level. And so before we actually get into our topic here today, just a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, take a moment, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks that are looking to open a new gym, you need funding. You have an existing operation, you need funding. We can help. Check out the funding and financing links below. We have a variety of programs to help you, regardless of whatever your current situation is. And we can help provide funding, for up to $400,000 in financing, unsecured, no restrictions on use, and the qualifications for that is a 680 or better credit score in all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and then a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. So if you need help with funding, you're brand new, you're existing, let us know. We can help you get that done. And so with that said, let's jump into our topic here today, and 9 fundamental gym business principles. Let's start off with number 1 on my list. Know and understand your competition. Know and understand your competition. If you've not done it, take time to do it. Understand who is your competition. What are you doing that's so much better? What are they not doing? What are they not bringing to the marketplace that you can bring? But understand, their strengths and weaknesses, because what you're trying to do here ultimately is you want to create differentiation. You don't want to do the same thing they're doing. If you're doing the same thing, it's going to come down to price. We don't want that to happen. So understand your competition and, shop them all. Talk to them on the phone, talk to them in person. You'll be surprised a lot of times what you'll find. A lot of times when it comes to learning, you don't just learn what to do. Sometimes you learn what not to do. Okay, so make sure you take the time to know and understand your competition. From my perspective, what I like to do is I'm looking for differentiation. What can I bring into the market that's missing? They might be doing a good job, but they're missing this component of it. Maybe I can do that. Now all of a sudden, I've got differentiation. I can broaden that market. Number 2, build a qualified team. Build a qualified team. At the end of the day, your staff, your team, your employees, this is your brand. And this is a big challenge for a lot of folks. And one of the things you want to think about, I talked a moment ago about differentiation for your business, but think about differentiation as an employer. Why should someone want to go to work for you? What makes you the best place to work? What do you offer that nobody else, has to offer? Think about that culture and think about what's available. Do you have management training programs? So when I say management training, I'm not talking, you're always training, but every week you've got a training format you're doing for folks that are in management training. You got training for managers, training for salespeople, the educational component. Do you have a work at home option? Do you have a remote, program where they can work other parts of the country and be part of your program? Do you have discount programs with other restaurants and businesses in town where your employees can go and save money with goods and services in the community? But really look at that. But also look at when you hire. How do we hire? How do we recruit? How do we train? How do we onboard? You really want a whole process with this. Okay, this is one of the biggest and one of the best things you can do, because your membership base is going to be a reflection of your team. Okay, I know, like when I get involved with a lot of clubs, one of the common things I hear is, well, Jim, we're getting a lot of member complaints. And part of that is because we're getting complaints, the staff is not happy. Okay, and so it feeds off into the member base. So let's be mindful. We want to build a qualified team, and there's an awful lot that goes into that. If you need help with that, click the links below. Happy to chat with you about how we can help you do some of that. Next on my list, number 3 on my list, is create high quality products. Have a high quality gym. Okay, and part of this is that member experience, but really deliver something that it's the best of the best. It doesn't mean you have to break the bank on spending money, but you want high quality products across the board. From how we train our staff, given that good faith effort, to the equipment that's easy to use, it's easy to navigate, it's not intimidating, and that everything we have, it's catered, to our customer, satisfying their needs, helping to solve their problem, and providing solutions for them. Number 4 on my list of 9 fundamental gym business principles, make sure you define your goals. And this works all the way down from all your staff. If you're the owner, let's make sure everyone has this, but make sure you really define your goals. And I'm not talking about, hey, I want to make a lot of money. Okay, we want to be very specific on what these goals are. It's like when you write the plan of action. Again, if you don't have that, check the channel here on how to write one. Okay, you most certainly want to have it along with a business plan, but define those goals, very specific goals, but then also you want to think about why are those goals important to you. And so these are things that you want to make sure that you do, but also do them with your entire team. That's going to go back to that number 2 of building a high quality team. Number 5 on my list, promote your products and services. Promote it. So here's the single biggest problem that most independent businesses have. Okay, it's that issue of obscurity. Nobody knows who you are, and those that do, they don't have you at top of mind. Okay, you can't simply do 1 or 2 things and expect to get known by everybody. You have to make sure, as I like to say, you have to make sure the phone's ringing, the door's swinging, the email's dinging, the text is pinging. You've got to have traffic. You've got to get people walking in the door. You've got to promote this. Check out our links below under advertising and marketing for prize programs that you can utilize that can do a great job of this, and for digital marketing programs that can really do a great job of getting traffic and getting people in your front door. Number 6 on my list of 9 fundamental gym business principles, make sure you know and understand the principles of finance and accounting. And along with that, know key performance indicators. What are your recurring fees as a percentage, relative to your base operating expense? What's your rent as a percentage, your payroll as a percentage? Make sure you know these numbers. And any KPIs, that we need to know to make decisions. What's our acquisition cost? What's our cost per sale? Okay, how much are we collecting every time we sign somebody up? All of these things, which come into that heading of finance and accounting, are going to be crucial in terms of you being able to evaluate what's happening in your business. And on the financing side of this, I know I talked about, we can help with financing, but one of the things that gets a lot of gyms in trouble is they're seriously undercapitalized. And not only do you need enough for operating, particularly if you're new, but also make sure whatever it costs to run your facility every month, make sure you have at least that much, sitting in an account somewhere, or at least a line of credit, or quick access to that. So know your numbers, know the KPIs, know your basic principles of accounting and finance. Number 7. This is one we see frequently. A lot of folks, they call me on this, but understand your operational systems and process. Do you have a process? And a better terminology, I guess, do you have a proven process? Are your systems and process proven? What you don't want to have, we don't want our staff making this up as they go along. We don't want people winging it. We want to have a defined way that we do business. Because if you have a defined way that you do business, a proven way, that you do business, it's easy to fix things, or easier to fix things, when you fall into that slump, because things will happen, okay? And if we have, here's how we do it, and we just veered off, let's get it back over here, it can be much simpler to do. It's easier to manage. Because what I like for people to do, owners, managers, directors, let's manage the process. let's manage the process. Okay, here's how it works. A new customer comes in, here's how we handle it. Okay, now within that there's some differentiation, okay, as far as what their goals are, why those goals are important. That'll kind of move us in different ways, but the fundamental approach is going to stay the same. And again, I would encourage you, if you're need some help with some of this, you're welcome to contact me direct. Happy to chat with you. Also check the channel, numerous videos on how you can do so much of this. Number 8, use your capital strategically. Use your capital strategically. Okay, one of my philosophies on this is there's certain things you have to do, right? But in a bigger picture, I like to try to do more with less. It's almost like every day I'm starting over. Maybe we've been making money and we're stacking it. Okay, we're making money, but every day I'm starting over because I'm going to be strategic on how I use this. I want to make sure I'm promoting. I want to make sure I'm marketing. I want to make sure I'm creative. I want to make sure I'm asking for the sale. I don't want to get complacent with my money. And so make sure we use our capital strategically. Make sure you're doing a continual evaluation, not only of people and how are they performing. Are they performing? Okay, how long can you carry someone that's not? Do you have programs you brought into the picture that maybe aren't producing? Is it time to get rid of them? And then last on my list of 9 fundamentals of gym business principles, prioritize your members. Members are number one. Okay, first rule here, keep what you've already got. And when I say prioritize your members, it's all about the member experience. Make sure that member experience remains high. Make sure we're creating an environment that it's a unique environment that really creates a sense of community with your customers that gets them wanting to come back for more. Make that your highest priority. Make sure there's strategies in place, for attrition and how we can address that and how we can communicate with our members, how we can onboard them quicker, how we can help solve their problems. Okay, make that the number one priority that you do. Keep what you have. Okay, so many clubs, gosh, they're losing half their members every year. If you have a 4%, monthly attrition, you're losing roughly half your members every year. That's a big churn, and it puts a lot of pressure on sales. And if we can do a better job of really prioritizing our members with processes and systems and strategies and ways to keep people engaged, and then if they do leave, what's the solution on that? Really think those things through. And again, check the channel here for more information on a lot of that. So folks, appreciate you being here today. 9 fundamental gym business principles. Take a look at these. Where do you stand on them? We can also help with additional things to help you do a lot of this. You want to check those links below on a variety of ways we can help. As a matter of fact, if you scroll down a bit, I think the title is free stuff. You can check some free information you can grab from our website that can help you with a lot of this. And then additionally, if you want to chat about different ways we can do it, be sure to hit me up there. And then again, for you folks that are looking to open a new club and need funding, for you folks that have an existing operation, you need funding, be sure to check out the financing and funding links below. We can help provide funding for up to $400,000, completely unsecured, no restrictions on use, minimum credit score of 680 in each credit bureau, and minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. So appreciate you being here on the channel today. We look forward to seeing you all in that next video, and hope you all have a great day.